You've been praying. You've been waiting. You've been searching for His voice in the quiet, and all you hear is silence. And you've wondered, did I do something wrong? Has God left me? Is He even listening anymore? I need you to hear this right now. Silence from God does not mean absence from God. He has not left you. He has not forgotten you. He has not turned His face away. Sometimes the silence is not punishment. It's preparation. Sometimes God is not speaking because He is working in ways that words cannot explain. Think of the seed buried in the soil. It does not hear the voice of the gardener every day, but that gardener has not abandoned it. The hands that planted it are still watering, still protecting, still waiting for the right moment for it to break through the ground. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. God's silence is not God's absence. It is often God's strategy. You see, there are times when the teacher is silent because the test is happening. Not to fail you, but to prove you. Not to condemn you, but to strengthen you. And I know the ache of the quiet can be crushing. The enemy loves to sneak in during these moments. He whispers, "See, God isn't here. God doesn't care. God has moved on." But the devil is a liar. And the truth is, God is closer than you think. In fact, sometimes when He feels the farthest away, He is actually the nearest. He is watching over you in the stillness, letting your roots grow deep before your branches reach high. Child, listen to me. I am not ignoring you. I am not silent because I'm angry with you. I am silent because I'm speaking to you in ways that go beyond the noise of words. I am teaching you to trust my presence more than my pronouncements. I am teaching you to lean into my heart even when your ears hear nothing. I am teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight, and not by sound. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. If you only believe me when you hear me, then your faith is fragile. But when you trust me in the silence, your faith becomes unshakable. So do not despise the season. Do not mistake my stillness for my absence. Instead, press closer, worship louder, pray deeper. Seek me not just for answers, but for me. Because in the silence I am shaping you for the next thing I am about to say. And when I speak, you will recognize my voice because you learn to know my heart in the quiet. Then hear me now. There is a reason I've drawn you into this quiet. I am removing the noise so you can hear the whisper. I am pulling you away from the crowd so you can know the sound of my steps beside you. Because the truth is, my voice is not always in the earthquake or the fire or the wind. Do you remember Elijah? He stood on the mountain waiting for me to pass by. The wind came strong, violent, shaking the rocks, but I was not in the wind. Then the earthquake powerful, splitting the ground, but I was not in the earthquake. Then the fire blazing, consuming, but I was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper, and that whisper was me. 1 Kings 19:11-12. Child, you keep looking for me in the dramatic moments, but I'm often found in the still ones. You expect me to shout, but I often choose to lean in and whisper so close you can feel my breath on your soul. This is why the silence is not a curse. It is an invitation to lean in so near that you no longer just hear my voice, you feel my presence. I know you want me to answer now. I know your heart is aching for clarity. But if I gave you every answer instantly, you would not learn how to trust me in the dark. And faith that is never tested is faith that cannot hold you when the storm comes. When you can't hear me remember what I have already said, my word has not changed. My promises still stand. My covenant with you is still sealed by the blood of my Son. Do you think I would send my Son to the cross for you only to abandon you now he who did not spare his own Son but gave him up for us all? How will he not also along with him graciously give us all things? Romans 8:32. If I was willing to give you Jesus, do you think I will withhold the guidance, the provision, or the breakthrough you need? No, my child, I am not finished with you. Even now when you cannot hear me, I am directing your steps. I am aligning the right doors to open at the right time. I am protecting you from paths that look good but lead to destruction. And yes, there are battles you don't even know about that I have already fought for you. There are dangers you never saw because my hand moved them out of your way before they could touch you. That is why I need you to rest. Not to give up, but to rest in the knowing that I am God and I am for you. You don't have to see it to believe it. You don't have to hear it to trust it, because you have my word. You have my heart. You have my spirit living in you, and that is enough to carry you through the silence into the season of answered prayer. Then rise, my child, not in your own strength, but clothed in the armor I have given you. Do not mistake my silence for your weakness. This waiting season is not meant to make you smaller. It is meant to make you stronger. It is training your ears to hear me in the smallest whisper and training your heart to stand firm when the ground shakes beneath you. Put on the helmet of salvation. Guard your mind from the lies that tell you, I've abandoned you. Lift the shield of faith. Quench the fiery darts that say your prayers are useless. Take up the sword of the Spirit. Speak my word into the emptiness until the emptiness becomes filled with my truth. The enemy wants you to believe that because you cannot hear me, I am not speaking. But, oh, my child, I speak in ways beyond sound. I speak in the open doors you didn't knock on. I speak in the closed doors that kept you from harm. I speak in the peace that settles over you when nothing has changed, and yet you know somehow you will make it. Do not grow weary of speaking to me, even when you feel I am silent. For I tell you, prayer is not wasted. Breath, it is planted seed. And in the soil of silence, those seeds are breaking open roots, digging deep until the day they push through into the light. Do you not remember I kept Joseph in the prison until the right moment to bring him to the palace? I kept Moses in the desert until he could hear my voice from a burning bush. I kept David in the wilderness until he learned that my presence mattered more than the throne. And I kept Jesus in the tomb for 3 days because sometimes my glory needs the waiting. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. Yes, the wait may feel like the end, but in me, it is never the end. It is the place of transformation, the cocoon before the butterfly, the midnight before the dawn, the tomb before the resurrection. So lift your eyes from the emptiness and fix them on me, for I am writing a chapter you cannot yet read. And when I turn the page, you will see why the silence had to come before the song. Then hear me now, for the silence is shifting. What felt like a wall between us was never a wall. It was the covering of my hand shielding you while I worked in places you could not see. I have been preparing the path ahead of you, moving pieces in ways you could never arrange on your own. Even now, doors are being positioned to swing open at the appointed time. People you have not yet met are being aligned with your steps. Opportunities you thought were lost are being rewritten with your name on them. The enemy thought the silence would break you. He thought if you didn't hear my voice, you would stop trusting my heart. But you have stayed, even with tears in your eyes, you have stayed. Even when you questioned everything, you still whispered my name in the night. And because you have remained, you will see what only the faithful see. Do not despise the stillness, for it is in the stillness that my whisper grows loud. Do not rush the wait, for it is in the wait that your roots grow deep enough to weather the storm. I am calling you to trust me beyond your senses. Trust me when you cannot feel me. Trust me when you cannot see the way forward. Trust me when the answers do not come quickly. For blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Psalm 46:10. You have not been abandoned. You have been hidden in my care. The silence was not punishment. It was preparation. And now the time is coming when you will look back and see that every quiet moment was filled with my hands shaping your future. Hold fast, my beloved. The morning is near, and when the light breaks, you will understand I was here all along. And when you rise again, you will rise different. The same storm that tried to bury you will become the very thing that lifts you higher. The same silence that made you question my presence will become the proof that I was closer than your breath. You will speak from a depth you did not have before, and your words will carry weight because they will be soaked in tears and sealed with trust. The wounds you thought would never heal will become the very places where my light shines through you. For my power is made perfect in weakness. You will not boast in your strength, you will boast in mine. And when people ask, how did you make it through? You will not give them a list of strategies. You will tell them it was Jesus, only Jesus. You will see that I waste nothing, not a single sleepless night, not a single unanswered prayer, not a single moment of silence. Every detail has been gathered into my hands, and I am weaving them into a story that will bring me glory and bring you joy. Do you think your life is too tangled for me to redeem? Do you think the mess is beyond my repair, child? I am the God who parts seas, who calls the dead to life, who makes rivers in the desert. Your broken pieces are not too many for me. They are exactly enough for me to make something new. So lift your head. Wipe your tears. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not disqualified. You are not too far gone. I am doing a new thing now. It springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. And when it all unfolds, you will remember this moment, the moment you almost gave up but didn't. For I was holding you, and I will never let you go. Then hear me now. This is not the end of your story. The chapter you're in may feel like a valley so deep that sunlight cannot touch it, but even here my hand is upon you. Even here my voice is speaking life over you. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and if I have not said it is over, then it is not over. I have numbered your days, and I know the exact moment when your breakthrough will break through. I know the hour when your mourning will turn to dancing, when your ashes will become beauty, when your heaviness will turn to a garment of praise. I know the door I am opening for you, and no one will be able to shut it. Do not despise the quiet work I am doing. When a seed is buried in the ground, the earth is silent, but in the silence, life is forming. Roots are stretching deep, preparing for the day they will push through the soil. Your season of silence is not a season of death. It is a season of becoming. You have cried, Lord, speak to me, and I have, but not always with words. Sometimes I speak through closed doors, through delays, through the pruning of what you thought you needed. Sometimes I speak through the ache that drives you to my feet, through the hunger that makes you seek me more. Beloved, trust me when I say this, what I withhold is just as much my mercy as what I give. If I have delayed it, is because the gift is still being prepared, and so are you. If I have stayed silent, it is because my answer will be so clear that it will remove all doubt it was me. Do not measure my love by the speed of my answers. Measure it by the cross. Measure it by the blood that was shed for you. Measure it by the tomb that could not hold me. If I gave you my Son, will I not also graciously give you all things you need? And so I tell you again, you are seen, you are held. You are loved beyond measure, and when you cannot hear my voice, trust my heart. Because even in the silence I am still speaking your name in heaven,